Welcome to this week's episode of Azentuary. We left off last time creeping into the barely open door of the castle of the giant god. Now, special things of note, Dane is riding on Alpha's shoulders, cloaked in the Gondian robes, and his arms are tucked in, so Alpha's arms are sticking out. So Dane kind of just is a big body extension, and the arms are coming out of the middle of the body instead of near the top. And Cassus and Ray just walked in normally. Just like, these people are weird.
I like to think of myself as just a big 4 foot tall. Well, since I'm riding,
10 foot tall?
3 foot tall hat.
There we
I'm
go.
like a big wizard's hat.
We'd call you the Texas 10 gallon, but you're about 30 gallons worth of dwarf.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Well, so you sneak into this hall. Well, you snuck through the door, I should say. And you find yourself in a pretty big room. Let's call it about 60 feet across and probably 80 feet long. It's huge, to say the least.
Well, I would hope so. It's housing a god.
Yeah. Well,
It's got individual living space.
so to your left are a series of pegs with various like giant outerwear hanging from them, capes, cloaks, etc. There's some bags. Everything is huge. And beyond that, so that's to your left, kind of straight is some piled up, looks like footwear areas for more maybe formal settings that are held here for the god. There is a hallway immediately to the right of that, and you can see down at the end of that hall is a door to the right, and it looks like another hall that goes to the left. To your right are two giant doors that take up the center area of the hall that are each 10 feet wide and some 20 feet tall. And to the very far corner to your right is a little door that it's not quite your size, but it's definitely smaller than the others that goes. And, I'm going to make this easier for cardinal directions. We'll say all that's on the north. So it's in the northeast corner.
Okay. So big doors to the right. We got almost a regular person-sized door in the northeast corner.
Yep. And the northwest corner, actually. Let's call that one more person-sized, but it'll still be like 6 feet wide, but only say, 12 feet tall instead of the big 10 by 20s.
Got it. All right.
Well, that's our first course of action.
Well, we're looking for the highway to hell, I guess, basically. The elevator to take us to Carcery. So that's kind of what we're...
Let's bust open doors till we find something.
Yes, but
What's
let's approach it logically.
You never let me have any fun.
That's not true. I let you barrel roll through everything, so...
Can I just say,
Fun.
bustin' makes me feel good?
Ghostbusters. All right. So this is basically kind of like an outer hall.
Yeah, like an entry foyer.
Okay. Just trying to think. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts? I'm thinking that, I don't know, would the god want a portal down to Carcery just kind of in his regular living quarters, or is that going to be kind of off to the side?
I don't know.
I mean, this kind of figures trying to,
Not really in the mindset of giant gods.
But I mean, if we can kind of maybe predict patterns, then it'll at least let us pick either the giant-sized door or the more medium-sized doors.
Start off the medium-sized doors. Because yeah, you're right. I don't think it would be, unless it was like his like focal point that he was really proud of. Probably would be like in some side room.
Okay. Alpha,
But
do you have any kind of a thought?
I think it would be easiest for us to try the normal sized door, but I also believe that perhaps I should not be communicating from what most people would assume is your chest at this stage.
Yeah. All right. Ray, do you have a thought?
No, not particularly.
All right. Well,
I
then
do find it
So we're
quite
kind of
odd that we
stabbing
entered
in
a
the dark.
hall of a god and not a single individual has come to greet us. I mean, I believe opening these doors is not exactly discreet.
you did sneak in, basically.
well, and we were told that we would basically kind of be ignored unless they happen to see a dwarf, because for some reason they don't like my kind. Not exactly sure why. I don't know that my race has done anything to, deserve that kind of hatred, unless against.
Goblin fans.
Yeah, exactly. Unless they're Goblin King or elves or. Anyway, all right. Well, I don't know. Let's try the northeast medium-sized door first, then.
Okay. You slide open this door, and you see a hallway that stretches out before you. About, 40 feet down this hall, there is a couple things. First, we'll just call it the small sized door, even though I guess medium, sorry. A medium sized door to your left, and then just beyond that, a T junction where the hall splits left and right.
You said the medium-sized doors to our left.
Yes.
So door or junction. Well, door might just be a room that we can just check and then we can go look at the junction. So start.
Yeah, sure.
Onward to the door.
Okay. You crack open the door and look inside and see a gathering of furnishings, various hides on the floor, maybe a bearskin hanging on the wall. There's a chair, a stool, a huge chest, a vast bed mounted with furs. I'll stop there and see if you want to investigate further.
I'm gonna look at the chest, but first I'm doing an Arcana check on it to see if there's a trap laden in the chest that's magical of any sort.
Okay, sure. So you go in and walk right up to the chest
In Arcana.
and do an Arcana check.
I don't like that you asked walk right up to the chest.
Well, I'm trying to envision. Okay, you didn't just look in. You're opening the door, going inside to the chest to do an Arcana check.
Oh, this sounds like the room's booby trapped.
Well, she's just looking in now, and then she sees the chest. So when she sees the chest, then she's got to figure out what he's going to do. So are you gonna just kind of sneak in there, Castros, and?
I have a feeling there's like a trip tile here somewhere. Something.
Well,
Could I just do an Arcana check on the room in general?
Go for it.
19.
You sense no magic in this room.
But it still could be mechanical traps. Might as well. Alright, walk up to the chest. Why not? Someone's gotta do it.
and then you can investigate or look for.
Well, as long as I don't blow up upon stepping upon the wrong spot on the floor.
There's All right, you walk up to the chest and you are in front of it.
Investigate. I'm gonna look for any kind of tripping mechanism.
Booby trap.
Yeah, booby trap essentially. See if there's any
Okay.
kind of trick to it.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
You find nothing. You find that it is a normal footlocker chest, and there are no traps or anything. There is simply a really basic latch hasp on the front that appears to be made of leather.
Is it locked?
It is not.
I open the chest.
Okay. You open the chest, and inside you see a basically like a little kind of gunner harness looking thing, a lantern, and some coins, gold coins.
I'll take the coins.
Okay.
Looting. We're gonna loot today.
Right on. You find. Let me just roll really quick. Oh, come on. That's. You got. I'm giving you more than that. I rolled 9. Okay. 39 is better. Rerolled my
Cool.
10s.
Alright, nice. I'll take 39.
30.
39
Yeah.
points.
Well,
Do
it's
I
funny.
know,
09. I was
value?
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're standard gold coins.
Oh, gold coins.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. So, are they normal sized gold coins, or are they giant sized gold coins? Because that would make a difference.
Oh, crap. You're right. Yeah, they're giant sized.
Woo! Nice.
So, how much weight are we talking about then?
Yeah, this whole
That
is a
footlocker is
lot.
giant sized.
Yeah, so instead of, let's see, what would that be? So each one of them would be pretty massive. I think it'd be like a half pound instead of just an ounce. Because if a regular coin is like an ounce, that's a lot.
Come on, we can't just leave 39 giant gold coins.
We have backpacks.
Okay. I mean, I'm
that's-
not carrying that much. Actually,
39 times a half pound. That's 18 pounds. So that's
Just
really
call it,
not-
let's
not
round it up.
bad.
Let's say you got 20 pounds of stuff there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. Divided by 4. That's only 5 pounds a piece.
I'll carry it. I should be
Alright.
fine carrying it on my own. Is it in a pouch? Is there a pouch anywhere that I can utilize?
Sure, there's a like a coin purse for a normal person, but because it's for a giant, it's the size of like a full purse, like a full human-sized large purse.
Is there any way I could wear it like a backpack?
Yeah. I mean,
Cool. All right, put the coins in there. I might actually move some of my other stuff into there too if it's big enough. And then, strap it on my back and let's get going. I got my loot. Let's go.
cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, you head out, I guess, back into that hallway, and you have the option. Let's just, for ease of, ordinarying, let's say you're facing north, and you can go east or west.
All right. Well, I shall roll for it. Odds west,
Because Dane doesn't like to make decisions.
evens east. Well, we don't have any other information. All right. I guess we're going east.
All right. You travel east down this hallway for some time, and you reach a point where, and some time, let me count it 20, 30, 40. You got 60 feet long, and there is the end of this hall, it turns and goes to the north, and you see there's a long hallway going to the north and a door to the south, medium sized.
So basically, at the end of the hall, there's a door going south.
No, so you walked east until that hall ended, and you can now go north or south. If you go north, it's a long hallway, and you can see a door at the end of that hall, or there's a door immediately to your south.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, since we're right there, let's open the door south first.
Sure.
See what's in there.
Okay, you crack it open, And you look in, and you don't really notice anything. The room looks to be basically empty, but there's like lines going every 4 feet horizontally all the way around the room that appear to be golden in color, offsetting against the dark walls, almost like charcoal rubbed walls. And on the far side of the room, you see a almost like an arch, a small wooden archway that is also black, but it has like vertical gold thread on it.
You say these horizontal lines are in the floor?
They're all around the walls, and the floor is totally smooth. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It just looks like very well hewn stone across the whole thing.
Okay.
I'll just tell you, your dwarfy senses tell you it's solid.
All right. Well, I guess we can just walk across the floor and look past the archway and see what we see.
Okay, well, the archway is kind of against the wall on the far side, and as you get up to it, you see there's a flat surface with spaces on the left and the right for like giant hands to be placed.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's see. So is it multiple places to put hands, or is it just a couple?
Just two. It's just like for one user basically, or one giant to come in and put their hands on right there.
Okay. Alpha, would you like to place your hands on those spots, and this might open a portal?
Okay. Reach out and touch faith.
Okay. Alpha, roll me a history check.
History. I think. How bad's my history? I think it's just I don't have any bonuses to that. Just religion. That's a 10.
10. Okay. I know. So as you put your hands down onto this, you feel kind of a tingle, and around you the walls kind of change color. They change from black to a lighter stone. In fact, it's a stone you recognize from the city of Brass. It's a like a warm beige color. And as you start to look around behind you, you realize that you are looking at the Forge of Brawn.
Fascinating.
But you also notice that it's not right. The sharp edges of the anvil are soft and round. The fire looks like it's a piece of cellophane being blown by a fan with a light bulb behind it. You know, things don't look right.
Curious. Does anyone else see this?
Yes, everyone else sees what you're seeing. The
Okay.
whole room has changed before their eyes.
Well, that's not real fire.
Yes, I can't think of what that might mean. But it
This
is
a very
not.
curious transformation, indeed.
Yeah.
Remove my hands from the pedestal to see if it changes back.
It's staying, actually. You find that you can walk around in this environment and it is staying.
curiouser and curiouser.
What happens if I touch it?
You go and put your hands on it.
Is that all right with the rest of the party?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Okay, roll me a history check.
Mm. 13.
Okay. The room grows dark back to the charcoal before erupting in a green canopy that looks like tree leaves, but not quite the sharp leaves that you're used to, more like they've been drawn with like a pastel crayon instead of a finely hewn bit of nature. There's a large tree over in the corner that you recognize. It's one that you have climbed often to rest in and live in after you've gone and collected maybe some really tasty berries to sit and eat and enjoy nature. But it's kind of blurred and smudged. It's almost like an oil painting that's drooped a bit.
I'm thinking this might be a scrying room.
Everything's off.
Well, yeah, because, you're looking across planes. I imagine there's going to be some kind of distortion.
I miss my home.
But yeah, I'm guessing that's kind of what we're looking at.
Mayhaps.
Take 1 psychic damage for depression. Ouch. Never mind. Don't do that. Sorry.
I wasn't going to.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So interesting. Well, Dane can't really do much since he's perched on top of Alpha's head and swaddled up in his coat, so his cloak. And he doesn't really want to I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Reveal his
Dismount?
presence.
Oh, reveal. I thought you were going to say dismount.
So, all right. All right, I'm thinking this is like a kind of a scrying room. I don't think it's really going to help us achieve our mission. So, I suggest just kind of leave and go down the hall to the next door.
Sure. And just
What does
for fun,
everyone else think?
Go ahead.
Casseroles?
Yeah, you're right.
Ray?
Yeah.
Okay. Alpha?
I say, direct me where you wish to go.
Okay. All right. All right, let's go down the hall and hit the next door.
You're like Ratatouille, just like turning Alpha, like directing
Yeah.
him, using his head like a joystick.
Well, except that Alpha doesn't have any hair, so,
Yeah, true. And just for fun, I'll note that as the last person leaves the room, you notice that it changes again and goes back to how it was when you first entered.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
All right, onward down the hall. I just wanted you to have that detail because I thought it was cool.
That is cool. And makes it kind of, it was another clue making me think I was on the right track with what I thought.
Okay. So, all right, you go down to that door, and you find it, of course, unlocked like everything else. How you wish to proceed?
Well, let's open it.
All right. Well, you open the door, and you find yourself looking at there is a giant-sized hallway straight ahead of you, 20 feet wide, like 30 feet tall. Another one to your left that you can see with 2 huge doors at the end of it. And as you look to the right, you notice that it opens up into a large room that kind of curls down, to your right and then back south. and there's all sorts of things in just your. As you kind of glance around the room, you see a couple tables, half a dozen chairs, some stools, rugs, hides. There's skins on the floors and on the walls. The tables have like pottery flagons and platters on them. There's pots and kegs all over the place. And as you kind of your eyes dart around the room, you notice that there are trophies on the walls. There's heads of dwarves and humans, various animals, some random monsters that you've seen along the way, skulls, skin, armor, all sorts of stuff. And on the top of the mantle, there's a fireplace on the far east wall that is huge, like the one from Citizen Kane that she does the puzzle in. Just this giant fireplace, and on top of it looks like a brass jar, and down on the ground, sitting on its side, is what looks like a human skull.
Huh.
Teeth?
You can see there's a couple of teeth in it, yes.
Teeth.
Why would you be interested in those in human teeth? I mean, you can get those with any kind of a bar fight.
Yeah, it's not as rare, not as sought after.
Yeah, I mean, human teeth are pretty common.
But the whole room is large. It's like 50 feet wide and like 120 feet long. It's a massive room down there.
Yeah, it looks like a god's trophy room, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Hmm.
And mind you, that's just all you can see from the door.
Right.
Hmm.
So this god's trophy room, it has something that kind of goes off to the right and curls south,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me think it might curl back around to those big, large doors that we originally saw. And then you said there was something off to the left?
Yeah, there's a huge, giant hallway to your left sorry, let me say this. To the west and to the north. There are two large, giant hallways. Each one is like 20 feet wide and you can see a set of huge doors at the end of each one.
Okay, so we seem to be in the god's living quarters. Hmm.
Steal everything. I'm kidding. Maybe.
Well, I mean, we can try taking the one that kind of curls around south and see if that goes back to those big, huge double doors. Or we can just kind of keep going and either go west or north.
True.
I know, south just feels like we're backtracking. Well, let's go west and see what west does.
Okay. You go down to the two giant doors that are standing at the end of the hall. How do you wish to proceed? I mean, these are huge. These are not like the medium doors. They're very large.
All right. Well, so Dane's still hidden, so he can't really open any doors. Who wants to try and open the door?
Sure. I have to roll to open the door.
No, you can just slide it open. There's nothing locked here.
Cool, open the door. You never know with this group.
It could be really heavy. We might need to do a strength check.
Fair. Are you just pushing it open? Are you cracking it, or how you doing it?
Just pushing it open.
All right. You push it open, and you see on the other side a great hall with a blazing fire in the center of it, a couple of tables, and several giants, all their heads turn and look at you. But just to give you a description of the room, you've got it's about 120 feet wide and 80 feet long. There's a huge hallway that proceeds down to the south. There's another set of doors on the far side. There's some massive wooden columns around the room. And it looks really cool. Let's see. There's the two giant tables are covered with all sorts of meats and cheese, bread, drinking containers. And when you first walked in, you could tell there was quite a gathering of kind of singing, talking, laughing, shouting. There's even there's like a stone giant and a hill giant that are arm wrestling. But you can tell the room is quite full of individuals. In fact, as you just kind of look around, you notice that there's 30 some giants in the room and a cave bear sleeping under one of the tables.
There's just a bear underneath one of the tables.
Yes.
I want to pet the bear.
Well, now
Careful.
you do have the attention of the room. They have basically all kind of noticed the door opening and turned their heads to look at you.
I mean, are we not supposed to be here? I'm just gonna act like I'm supposed to be here. Why not?
Well, you're a tiefling, so they might actually talk to you.
True. So
All
let's
right,
play it cool.
Okay. What is the meaning of this?
Is this not for Drunks Anonymous?
This is my castle, and that is my private chamber. What are you doing here?
Elam, you're looking for a route to Carcery.
Sure. That.
You have a funny companion who speaks for you. Bring him so I may crush him.
Crush him? Well, back where I come from, I'm just too important to speak for myself, so I actually have someone hired to speak for me. So that's the situation. I'm surprised you don't have people speaking for you.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like you. So, need more soldiers, huh?
Say yes.
Yes.
Ah, you devils. All right, what did you bring to trade?
Do we still have some gemstones from someplace? Cool.
You.
Hmm.
What do you
We
do?
got Black Pearl.
From where?
I don't know. It's part of our loot from earlier in the campaign.
Eh,
Hmm. I mean, might work. Just want to make sure we're... has to be something valuable enough to be actually traded. But also something we're willing to give up.
Well, pearls come from the ocean. I'm not sure if he has any oceans
Ooh,
in
you
this
want to offer
particular.
that?
Well, I can't.
Well,
You can kind of maybe reach up and into, Alpha's cloak, and then I'll hand you I'll kind of pass you the black pearl.
sure. So I gain the black pearl and hold it up.
Okay. Oh. What is this?
It's a black pearl, King.
And what does it do?
No, this kind of looks pretty, I guess. Its magical properties are not yet uncovered. I thought you might have the joys of doing that, my sir.
He looks confused as he reaches out a hand.
Go ahead, deposit it in his hand.
Alright, yep. Put it in his hand.
Okay. And he rolls it. He pinches it between his fingers and eyes it. And so, it's from hell?
Is it? I don't think it is.
No, it's from the material plane.
No, it's from distant plains, sir.
Hmm. Interesting.
Which would make it unique on this plane.
Yes, it is a rare thing that you would not normally witness on this own plane.
Well, fascinating. He sets it down on the table. Well, I appreciate the gift. What do you bring so that... What do you offer me that I may send soldiers with you?
Well, what kind of trade are you looking for?
Usually when you devils show up, you're trying to trade me machinery or coins or something so that I may send soldiers to your conflict.
Ah, that's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you just want to go to Carcery.
We just want to go to Carcery.
He slams his hand down on the table. What? I'm not good enough for you?
That is not what I've said at all, sir. I merely have smaller needs.
Smaller needs. I'll show you smaller needs. And he takes a swipe for Ray. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits. Wow, me, what
Okay.
did I do? I did nothing.
Because you're an elf.
Racist.
Yes, he is. I need you to do a strength check really quick.
Oh boy. Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. So he goes, and he actually was trying to grab you. So on that, you push away and you shove back. And he, huh? He was shocked that you were able to jump away, basically.
Yeah, good. Please do not. I did nothing to that guy. Please do not trifle with my party, sir. We did not come for bad intentions.
Devil saying that there are no bad intentions. Now that's a good one. And he lets out a big roar of a laugh.
Maybe I'm just like no devil you've ever seen before, sir.
So what of this tall companion of yours? He is not one of my giants. Too small, too skinny. His arms are in a bizarre place.
Oh, he's just a weird mutant cripple I picked up along the way. Don't worry about him.
Oh, your companions are strange.
Indeed.
But I can't... Are there more coming? Are there more of you on the way to negotiate?
No, sir, just us.
Ugh. Then what is the point of all of this? I should feed you to my bear.
We just want passage to Carcery, sir.
Devils. Devils. I hate you, devils. Very well. Go down into the dungeons. You will find your passage there. Be gone! Out that door! And he points across the hallway.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. And we leave.
Just for fun, I want to Alpha make a. Actually, just make a strength check.
Uh-oh.
12.
You get to the door and you kind of stumble as you're going through, sending Dane tipping forward, so it looks like your back is almost broken in half as you race through the door and out, and there's a huge eruption of laughter within as the various giants witness this and think it's for some reason absolutely hilarious.
As long as they don't realize what's really going on.
If he was about 2 points lower, they would have.
Well, strength is not his forte. He's a dexterous dude by nature.
I know, but he is holding a dwarf on his shoulders, so that's why I had to have him do it. All right. Yeah, it's thankfully giants are the giant god. While he is vicious, he is really stupid. So
Perfect.
Yeah, yeah, that's good because
I'm surprisingly good at talking myself out of situations.
yeah, well it's really funny. There's this note that while he is incredibly powerful, he's like the dumbest of all of the gods around.
you gotta like it.
So where you find yourself as you run out and close the door is in an area where you can see ahead of you is what appears to be like a kitchen. To your right is a large hallway, a giant-sized hallway that goes to a medium door that's kind of midway down on the left. And if you look further to the right, you can see it goes way down to a huge giant door at the far end. Also, to the south, to your left, you notice there is a skinny hallway, a small one like the ones you found before, that goes way down into the distance. It's very long. You can't quite see to the end.
Is there anybody in the kitchen? You would think there would be like some kind of a giant cook or something.
Yes, there are 2 giantess serving maids and what look to be 5 young ogre servants running around in there, as well as potentially some orcs. They look almost like they're being kept as slaves.
Okay. Castros, you want to flag down like the giantess and ask her where the dungeon is?
Sure. Excuse me, miss. Would you happen to point us in the direction of the dungeon?
She just looks at you confused and goes back to work.
Cool. Much obliged. Thank you.
Well, maybe the orcs will know.
So keep asking.
Yeah.
Fine. Flag somebody else down. Excuse me, could you point us to the way of the dungeon?
Yeah. And you get kind of a gesture up to the north.
Alpha, can you understand them?
Yes.
Okay, what are they saying?
Well, the first one said, "What did that tiefling say?"
Oh. And what did this one say?
That one said, "I think the tiefling is asking about something up there."
Oh, they can't understand me. Haha. Alpha, could you please ask them where the dungeon is?
This will be very interesting considering the fact that
Oh
I'm
yeah, because
speaking
they
from
can't
Dane's
see
chest.
Alpha's face.
Yeah.
Maybe well, I mean, does anyone speak Orcish? Orcs speak Common. Ask one of the orc slaves.
What do you think of enjoying?
You were talking to the giantess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Fine.
and doesn't Dane speak Orcish?
I do, but remember, I'm impersonating a hat.
Oh yes. So
Oh,
wait,
wait.
well, so one of you should be able to speak. Either Alpha or
Yeah.
Dane should be able to
And
speak and have
the
it
fact
not
is,
be suspicious.
Dane's head is poking out. Like they see your face.
No, I made sure my face was covered because they would definitely recognize a dwarven face.
I mean, you're at least less suspicious than a talking chest.
Well, I don't know. I'm just yeah.
To be fair, some of us did grow up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I mean, a talking chest is not out of the question.
True.
All right. Anyway, okay. So, I have Alpha. Snag one of the orc servants or one of the orc slaves.
What?
Can you direct us to the dungeon?
What? Oh, yeah. Just curl around the corner. There's a door off the storeroom. You can get down there.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, and off we go.
Awesome. So you make your way. I'm assuming since you grabbed him in the kitchen, you kind of followed where he pointed in there. So he
Yeah.
points you up, and what you find is there's like a kitchen workroom. Three big tables, with a counter, stool, benches, gear all about. There's all sorts of cheeses, smoked meat, sausages hanging all over. Mead, wine, beer, stacked up. This place is amazing. And then on the southeast corner of the room, you see a medium-sized door.
All right, well, let us go through that medium-sized door.
Perfect. So as you go to the door, you see even more of those provisions, tons of food, and on the far side of the room, a staircase that descends downward.
All right, let us head down the staircase.
All right.
Onward.
Cool. Gotta switch my map really quick. All right. You descend the room. You descend the stairs into a room that's about 70 foot square. There's a couple of large tables along the wall to your south, and so you're facing east as you come down. As you look around the room, you see there's a large table to your left on the north side, a medium-sized passage that goes to the north just beyond the table. In the northeast corner is a door. Below that is a hallway. Below that is another door. In the southeast corner is a door. And there is a giant-sized passageway due south next to another large table.
Good lord, it's a lot to
Yeah,
take in.
I
This
know.
place is adorable.
Well, so there's three doors visible total, and three passageways with a bunch of other stuff, basically.
Hmm.
But
And that's just
no,
what you see.
yeah, but there are no obvious like this way to the dungeon. No signs or anything.
Well, you descended. No, there are no signs.
Oh, so we are basically in the dungeon level then.
Yes, you notice that the stonework is different. The walls are different. You're no longer in like the nice woven grasses and stuff of where you were. You are now definitely subterranean.
Okay. So is it stone or dirt?
Uh, it's definitely it's like hard packed clay brick.
Okay.
Like someone dug it out and then made the bricks and lined the walls so it would be a very permanent, solid structure.
Okay. All right. So we've got like 3 doors and 3 passages.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Wish I had a picture. Um,
I can make you one.
that would be awesome.
Okay, give me a sec. All right. Sorry, I didn't intend to do this. I gotta load up my software.
Go software, go, go software, go.
Oh, this is crap.
Sing, my angels.
No, I'm just trying to. Oh man, well I can't. Grr, arg. Sorry, the problem is if I cut this in a certain way. Screw it. Hard to share the map when there's stuff that, I'm not supposed to share.
Well, can you just do like
I'm
use
trying.
the snipping tool and just snip the picture? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Best I can give you.
Okay.
You're there where it says up.
All right. Okay. So the white squares are doors or passages?
White squares are doors. The passages are. There's one to the north, one to the east, one to the south.
Okay. All right. Well, let us check. All right. So let's check the door in the kind of the bottom right corner of the room there.
Okay. Okay. You just open the door.
Yes.
Okay. You throw open the door and see it's looks almost like a dressing area. There's like a beacon lantern that's lit and hanging. There's hides and skins on the walls and floors. There's some straw and various litter, mounted up for that you can see is like stored kind of in the corner. Maybe it's for like bedding or something, but there's some stools, some crates, boxes, uh, just kind of like random odds and ends of things.
Okay.
And as you're standing looking around the room, there's another doorway south and a open passage to the east.
All right. Okay. All right. So I think since we're down in the dungeon where I'm assuming that not as much traffic, we're not going to run into as many people, hopefully, I'm going to dismount from Alpha.
Right on.
Probably the good option.
Yeah.
I don't like how
Yeah.
you said yeah.
Gonna give him
I
his
guess
robe
there's
back.
combat coming up. Just a hunch.
We don't know that.
Mm.
All right. So let us try the. So I climb down from Alpha and I want to try the next door in line.
Okay, so you close that. Straight down.
Kind of with
Gotcha.
the center, the directly across from where the stairs.
Oh, so you close that door that you were looking in,
Yeah.
and okay, you open that one. All right, the next one in line. So that one. You open it up, and the first thing you see are two bugbears standing kind of on the inside of the door, and they don't notice you at first, but you look down and you see there's a series of what looks like 5 like iron cell doors going into small, almost solitary confinement rooms.
Okay. Probably what we're looking for is not that way. So we'll just close the door real quick.
Okay, you opened it, you saw the bugbear, and like, nope, and closed the door.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. All right.
All right. I will try the last door in the room.
All right, that northern door. You open it up, and inside you see a just kind of ghastly looking hill giant sitting on a bed in the northeast corner of this small room. Below him, there is what looks like a pet cave bear curled up on the floor. And the room is covered in just like heavy skins all over the place, almost like it's trying to, make it feel warm and quiet. There's several boxes and crates around. You see one of those chests, and he, when you open the door, kind of pops his head up. It's like, huh?
I'm guessing he's the warden. I just close the door again.
Okay. Sounds good.
There really cave bears here.
Yeah.
That'll come in handy later.
Huh? Yeah. Be as someone's pet.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's my perfect disguise.
So, know kind of what the door situation is. I think we should try the wider passage that goes to the south.
Okay. You start walking across the room, and as you get to that far end of the room, then all of a sudden you hear a door slam open and some giantish yelling out across at you.
Alpha, what does he say?
Translation?
Intruders.
Well, what do we want to do?
Okay,
It's
so here's my
Alpha shouts
plan.
back. Not intruders, just lost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
He realizes he understands you, looks for a second, and then raises his hand and points at Dane and says, "Dwarf."
All right, so
Yes. Not dwarf, just small and
It's
ugly.
taking him back to his cell.
no, you don't want to say that.
True, you're right. Never mind. It doesn't matter. He can't understand me.
Anyway, what'd you say, Alex?
Not dwarf, just small and ugly.
You know, I do have feelings.
No, Dane's fine with this. What does the hill giant say to that?
Huh? And what are you?
Oh, I am the hat bearer. This small ugly creature is normally my hat, but I took it off temporarily.
He looks very confused, and he starts walking over towards you, and he gets up and he leans down and squints, looks at you, looks over at Dane, looks at the others, and he shakes his head. No, dwarf.
Oh, not at all. Observe. Alpha picks up Dane and puts him on his head.
Do a strength check really quick if you're just gonna pick him up.
All right. A 17.
Okay. You, all right. You pick up Dane, you put him on your head, and now he looks really confused.
It's okay. We have this effect on people quite often.
He kind of looks at you and says, uh, turn yourself into the god. Get to work.
Certainly.
And he-
But in the meantime, we are searching for the portal to Carcery. Can you please assist us? We will be sure to turn ourselves in immediately after that.
He kind of looks at you and no escape.
Oh, why would we dream of escaping?
Portal. No.
You don't have a portal? Oh, but the lovely god upstairs said it was down this way.
He, at this point, takes us. He basically he's got like a club and he takes a swing over to the side, more or less at your feet. That is, oh god, 20 to hit.
Nope.
You just like hop
Jump
over
out
it.
of the way. Yeah. I guess he says like, how rude.
He ah! And he brings it back on his backhand. Oh, he totally misses, so it doesn't matter. He was angry. So turn in, go to work.
Our
Okay.
work is at the portal.
He gets mad and he turns around, walks away, starts walking away from you, over towards the door that you had opened where those bugbears were.
We might have to find that portal on our own.
All right. Dane jumps down off of.
I mean, I do have charm person.
Or actually, you know what? Ray could cast without a trace, and we can kind of disappear. That would really confuse that giant.
But then you might sound up an alarm.
Remember, he's really dumb, so he might just get really, really confused. I'm just trying to buy us a couple seconds.
I mean, I could try.
Okay.
$15.
I'd say that's successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you say your magic words or whatever it is you do, he starts to pound on the door where those bugbears are and knocks it open. And you hear some giantish, and followed by them coming out and looking around through the room and not seeing you. He then points over in your direction, and they start running your way.
Right, shuffle away, shuffle away, shuffle away.
Darn it.
What if we just sidestep? Like, what if we just
totally.
step to the side and they run past us through the open door?
Well, it's a passageway, but yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're not intelligent creatures. So.
We could just sidestep.
And yeah, totally. Your thing, it gives what is it? It's like a +10 on hiding
Dexterity,
checks.
yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, go ahead and sidestep, and everyone make that check with your +10 added on.
For hiding?
Yeah. Stealth check is basically what it is. So it'd be your regular stealth roll +10.
Okay.
That's a 29 for Alpha.
Yeah,
You're 18.
you're good. Okay. Thought I only heard 3 numbers.
Yeah, because I rolled a nat 1 to begin with, so. I'll roll again. Ah, gosh darn it. 19.
Nice. So everyone steps to the side except for, was that Castros that got the 18 or Ray?
I got the 8. Castros got the 18.
Okay. So for some reason, Castros, you move to the side and you kind of leave your foot out and you trip one of them. He face plants and rolls over, gets up, and points at you directly. No one else is visible, but he sees you and is like, "Argh!" Pointing directly at you.
What to do? I can't help but think of the Hellsina Bridge quote. Just, I could try seducing him. Wait, no, I'm not a 10-year-old boy. Crap! Anyways, this is a predicament. Fight? I might have to fight. Either fight or run.
You could wild shape yourself into a cave bear.
I don't think they're that stupid. It's a bit too late for that, I think. Okay, how about this? I'll run, duck behind a corner, and then wild shape into a cave bear.
Okay.
Alright, so I
So
book out
you-
the passageway and swerve around a
Book it
corner.
out or book it down. Here, this is kind of what it looks like. The
So
passageway.
yeah, the passageway is about 90 feet down to the end. So you'd have to do.
Nearest doorway. How about that? I run towards the nearest passage doorway area, and
Well, the thing is, the hill giant's going to be like right here. We're right here. The bugbears are also kind of right here.
Yeah,
it's the
you're
shortest
gonna.
way I can go in order to just get out of line of sight.
You'd have to basically, because what's your speed? 30?
Yeah,
So no matter where you go, you're gonna have to dash.
that's fine.
And okay, so you could head. I mean, you could head towards the stairs.
Sure, because wild shaping is a bonus action for me anyways.
Perfect. So yeah, if you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, you could get to the base of the stairs, like just into the entrance of it, and then wild shape.
Perfect. Well, let's do that. So I dash off and wild shape into a cave bear, just to make sure I don't completely botch that. That's a 11.
Oh, it's not a failure. I mean, it's not great, but you didn't fail.
Alright, so yeah. Dash over and wild shape. And act like
Awesome.
I've just been chilling there as a cave bear.
Okay, so yeah, you literally you get around the corner, you dash in, and then the first bugbear, the one that was pointing at you, has to take some movement to get up, but the other one starts chasing, and you get around the corner first, and then a couple seconds later, he comes around and just sees this cave bear. Is like, what?
I'm just gonna act real lazy like all the other cave bears I've seen have been acting. You know, act like a domesticated pet.
Okay, so he he comes around and he's kind of starts climbing the stairs and looking, walks right past you, just kind of like, okay.
As soon as I saw the cave bear under the table, that was my first idea. I was like, if I need a disguise, I'll pretend to be the cave bear.
There you
There
go.
we go. But now it's even better because there's multiple cave bears around. So yeah, just I'll act like a lazy, domesticated cave bear pet.
And then why don't you kind of amble your way back to us?
Sure, I'll start ambling. You know, yawn, maybe give a big old yawn, stretch a little bit, rub up against one of them, and then amble on back to the way I came.
All right. Well, as you're ambling, the first one follows the second one up, and they're looking over at the stairs, and the giant has now turned around and gone walking over to the hallway, and kind of walks up. You're ambling down. He walks up to you, puts a hand on you, kind of pets your fur. Like a random person to a dog. Just
I
petting
act
it.
receptive.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yep,
he's
pets are normal.
I sure. Actually, well, this should be fun. Do a performance check with advantage.
Okay. $18.
Oh, yeah, brilliant. You're good. He's completely
Yeah.
convinced. You're just a random cave bear that's all, hanging out here. He's just like, cool, whatever. But he's looking down the passage and stares for a couple minutes and then says something to you that you don't understand because it's in Giantish. And he turns and he walks.
And you're a bear.
And you're a bear. And he walks back towards his chambers.
Right. I like half follow him, kind of like as if I'm in quotations looking for more pets, and then as soon as I know that my party can probably see me, then I kind of make a little motion of my head for them to leave with me.
Well, no, we want to go down this passage.
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, follow him in. Like hey.
No, he's going back to his room.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm getting all turned around. All right, go back to where my party is.
Awesome. All right, you amble on over that way.
If this wasn't so important that you pull this off, I would have said, I would have told you to hump his leg. Like a really excited dog.
God. I don't know if cave bears have the energy for that.
Yeah, maybe not, but it would have been Castros. It would be definitely something Castros would do.
Not really.
You don't think?
Nah.
That would definitely be pranking the giant.
Well, yes.
See,
But tricking him like this enough is good enough for now.
All right. Anyway, so we travel down the passage unmolested now.
Yes, and you hit the end of it. And you can see this is like a main central hallway that you have now found that goes east and west to the far extent of your vision. To the west, you see a room. Make sure I grab. It looks like there's, from you can just kind of barely make out some like kind of tables and like a fire at the end. You can see there's multiple passageways north and south off of that passageway. Immediately to your south, there's 3 doorways of medium-sized doorways, spaced about 20 feet apart each. And then as you're looking to the east, you can see again various passageways that branch off of this central one, north and south. There's a lot going on here.
Yes, I see that. Good lord. Okay.
It's a large complex. That's the best way I can describe this.
No, that's a really good description. So, holy moly!
Yep.
All right, that's very helpful, actually.
Good.
All right, well, I guess let's check out the room first.
Which one?
Going off the west, the one with the fire in it.
Sure. All right. You walk your way down past the various passageways, and you notice first as you walk kind of into the room, there are 2 dozing hill giants behind what looks like a large rack to the north. And in the middle of the room... Oh, sorry, what?
2 dozing hill giants next to a large rack.
Yeah, on the north side.
Okay, rack or
And
what?
then, well, as you look around, you notice there's various other things in the room, like an Iron Maiden, some thumb screws, some iron boots, chains, whips, branding irons, things like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, torture chamber. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to find what we're looking for there. So let's turn around, head east, and then try the first door that we come to. One of the ones going south.
Okie dokie. As you push the door open, you notice first a couple of smoky torches on the wall, some moldy straw strewn about the floor, and benches that are like built into the sides of the room. You also notice that there's the ability to bar the door from the outside, but no latching mechanism on the interior. As you look around the room, you also see many just really dejected looking orcs. You know, they look like beaten down slaves.
Okay.
Hmm. So definitely seems to be the dungeon.
All right. Well, Dane calls in and asks them, "Hey, do any of you know where the portal to Carcery is?"
You barely get even a notation of your being there. Like they just kind of barely nod at you.
No. All right. Well, I'll close the door and then I'll go try the next door.
All right. The next room is identical with a few fewer orcs in it.
Okay. I close the door and try the next door.
And you find that this one is also the same. It's identical with even a few fewer orcs in it.
Got it. Okay. All right. So that takes care of that. So, guys, looks like we've got 3 passageways going north. We've got 2 going south, and then we've got the one going east.
I don't know which way feels cursory. Cursory.
My first thought is to just keep going east.
Sure.
Are
Yeah.
serious?
Did you just say, are you serious?
No, I said I was trying to. You said carcerii, so I was trying to make it more Latinized, like carcerius.
Oh.
The
Okay,
carcery inspection.
yeah, something like that. Hold on one sec. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Okay. So you said you're moving east. You're just moving your way down.
Yeah, just going east.
Okay. You go east and you notice there's some interesting features just as you go through. There's like places where there's outcroppings of rocks that are obviously like guard posts, and places where they can make hard points if they need to, to put down like if the slaves rebel or something like that. And then do you continue going east, or do you want to take any of the north-south passages that go off of here?
I think right now we're just kind of going east.
Okay. You continue east until you find that the walls suddenly stop being that laid brick, and it becomes a rough cave, just a natural cave formation, and your pathway wise and kind of goes northeast and southeast.
Northeast and southeast.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's try northeast, I guess.
All right, as you work your way through the natural cave formations, you see kind of in the distance around, as the cave kind of goes down, a group, almost a tribe, if you will, of what appear to be these hunched over creatures. They have a familiar look that you have seen before. I think you'd probably recognize them immediately. They are, lizardy, spiny. Pretty sure you guys have come across these. Sure, go for it.
Nat 20.
You're like, guys, that's a tribe of troglodytes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, troglodytes.
Do they? Well, we're still. How long have we been walking around?
Oh, not too long. I mean, you're still passing without a trace, but you can see it.
Okay. So we see a tribe of troglodytes.
And the passage does continue beyond them. They're just kind of there in the way.
Hmm. Okay.
It's a Trogla tribe.
What alliteration. Hmm.
Okay. So here's my thought. Let's see. Thinking. Nothing I have is really helpful.
Hmm.
I could try communicating with them.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. Alpha goes over to them and says, naturally, hello.
You, in doing so, because you're still under the pass without a trace, you basically just like popped out of nowhere to them, and they all jump back in shock and hiss.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. One of them eventually kind of comes forward and eyes you all over, and you can tell with the full sum of his being is just like, yes, hello.
Huh. Oh, nice to speak with people. Tell me, do you have a portal around this area?
What? What is?
Oh, a portal is like a doorway where you can travel through to somewhere else?
Arsery.
Travel doorway, and he points to the northeast.
Ah, thank you very much. Alpha just starts walking along.
They all just kind of look at you in awe, completely confused.
The
Sounds
rest of
about
us
right.
just kind of follow along, but I think we're still invisible.
Well, right, but and Alpha, just as a one more thing, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw really quick.
Alrighty. Do. Check my constitution. Oh, nat 20.
Perfect. You're able to, partially because of you're not really needing to breathe, and partially because of your just immaculate constitution, you're able to deal with the otherwise overwhelming stench of a group of that many troglodytes. Like you sense it, but it does not overwhelm you.
Power overwhelming.
Yeah. Basically you can tell, like, damn, those creatures stink.
Okay.
But you continue to the northeast, and what you find is an area where there is an underground river that comes out of a hole, a series of small holes to your east, and then enters a larger cavernous hole in the rock to the north.
Okay. So this is just a river?
It's not a huge river, just like a subterranean, spring that's been flowing through here for obviously millennia and has carved out a cavern through the rock.
All right. Does our passageway keep going northeast? Does it go, or is this kind of end at the river?
Your natural cave formation ends here at the river.
Hmm. Well,
I'm wondering if the troglodyte misunderstood the question.
He is very stupid.
true. It's a troglodyte. Mhm.
So for him, that river, the portal, I mean, that would count as, going from one place to another.
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody have any ideas?
I mean, we could just keep on aimlessly wandering around until we find something. Arcana check! I mean,
Okay.
it couldn't hurt. See if I can sense the direction of magic. 13.
You don't sense any magic here.
Nah, I thought so. Alright.
All right. Well,
I'm
let's.
still a bear, aren't I?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the stats
Bears
for
are
a bear, just in case I do have to fight?
bears are good swimmers.
I shall scout ahead. I'm kidding. No.
Can if you want.
I mean, I could. Swim for 30 feet, yeah. Alright. I'll start swimming and just see where the river goes, I guess.
Sure.
Hop in. I have a swim of 30 feet, so let's go.
So it actually goes for a bit further than 30 feet, but
figured.
you keep chilling for a little while and you kind of going with the flow of the river until it opens up into a massive natural cave. And this thing is hundreds of feet long that this river flows through.
Wow. Any portals? Anywhere?
Well, from where you come out, you cannot see the far end. Your vision does not extend that far.
Yeah, dark vision. But I can get out of the river now.
Yes.
Okay. I'll climb up on the sides and kind of do a little scout before I go back to my party.
Okay.
So I'll start looking for stuff of interest.
Cool. Well, the first thing you notice is there are hundreds of bones scattered around you
That seems like a good sign.
of all different species. They seem to be more or less like perfectly cleaned, if you will.
Yeah, that's not ominous at all.
No, not really.
And you walk along the edge of the shore for a while, and then you can see where your pathway splits left and right. To the right continues up and you can't see all the way to the end, and to the left is where the river keeps flowing, and you see it curved to the left and disappear into another one of the cave entrance, like another passageway, just like the one that brought you here.
I might come back for my party just in case I run into something.
Fair.
I mean, it seems like there's at least something here, so I'll go on and swim back and kind of gesture for my party to come with. How well are you guys at swimming?
Well, I'm a dwarf in heavy armor, so probably not
Not
great.
great.
And Alpha's probably heavy too. I mean, Ray's probably pretty.
Yeah, Ray will probably be fine. But, Alpha's kind of half constructed of wood, so he might actually be kind of neutral buoyancy.
Yes, in the event of an emergency, Alpha can be used as a flotation device.
Just pull on the tab next to Alpha's shoulder.
I think-
He will inflate.
I think Dane will probably actually have to ride on Castros, honestly.
That'd be kind of cute, though. That's kind of everything. All right, I'll allow it. Dane
All
gets a
right.
bear ride.
So Dane gets the bear ride. Alpha's basically a motorboat. And
His little rabbit feet just do.
oh yeah, he's got this. Oh, totally, with the speed he's got. Can you imagine that thing?
The Incredibles, he just runs across the water.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it.
He can't dash though. If he dashes, then he electrocutes the water and kills us all.
Oh yeah, no dashing, but he could just wiggle his feet really fast and like I imagine I have this vision of Alpha laying like on his back, and then him being like, "Ray, climb on," and Ray steps on his chest, and he just starts like flipping his feet really fast, and then just launches down, like a motorboat down the river.
Efficiency.
I can see this working.
Well, are Dane and Ray gonna
Well,
take
Ray,
a ride?
Ray can probably swim by herself. I feel like she's pretty adept at that.
I think I'm riding you.
Yeah, right. I mean, motorboat Alpha is also an option, I guess.
Ray has too much pride to ride Alpha down, so she's just gonna swim herself.
Yep, suit yourself. All right, Dane, hop on.
Oh man, I was really envisioning you like surfing the Alpha.
It's like a motorized surfboard.
Yeah,
Ray's Hanen 10.
I love it. All right. Well, yeah, you guys all get through, and you see what I had described, the pile of bones and everything on the shore as you come out the far side of the cave.
Okay. All right. So we follow Castros's path and kind of pick our way through the bones
Sure.
and come to where it splits.
And which way do you go? Do you follow the river to the left or the cavern to the right?
I don't know. My first thought is to follow the river.
Not a bad choice. We can just do that for now in case we get lost. We can just follow the river back.
What was the other? The other one led to another cavern.
Yeah, so there's a cavern, natural formed cavern that goes to the right, and you can't see down to the end of it from where you're at. It's too long.
Well, let's try the cavern first. I'm just thinking that there might be some kind of a river monster that feeds in the river, and then his lair is where the bones are. Kind of like a big old crocodile or something. So let's try the cavern first.
All right. You start walking into the cavern, and you. I put this. You start smelling kind of like burning leather.
Oh, I have advantage on perception checks related to smell. Could I try to pinpoint something?
Yes.
Let's see. What would that be? That's perception 13. I nat 20'd it.
Damn. You immediately point down and go like, guys, ooze, smell bad. Is you melting. We're walking on ooze right now.
I don't know how to convey that as a bear. I guess mimics a wicked witch dying from like the end of like Wizard of
Well, but
Oz.
can't Alpha like talk to anything now?
Yes.
Do,
Cool.
do,
All right, I
do
translate to
bears
Alpha.
speak?
One sec.
Oh,
Bears
they
Does
have
do.
language?
Bear have any?
Well,
Bear has no languages. It says.
Good point. I guess no,
Yep.
they can't speak. I
You
mean,
have to
geez.
speak to animals or something.
Yeah.
You'd have to cast speak with animals.
Like if you had become a wolf or something, then I'd give you the Lassie thing of being like Dane, Timmy fell down the well.
All right, I guess I'll just mimic ooze.
or maybe you
Yep.
just all of a sudden turn around and hightail it back out the way we came.
There you
I
go.
mean-
Yeah.
Sure. How about that?
Okay.
You guys are on your own. Bye.
So yeah, all of a sudden, Castros gives a grunt of alarm and then turns and runs back the way he came, and Dane's gonna turn around and chase after him.
Dane's like, when scary things get scared, we better get out of here.
Pretty much. I don't know what Ray and Alpha are gonna do.
I mean, I'm not gonna be down here by myself, so I'll follow you guys.
Awesome.
Sounds
Al-
legitimate.
Okay, all right. So we both run back and the ooze would. I mean, I wish there was some way. Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Castros and wild shapes. You can't really do anything. So tell you what, Castros, why don't you kind of scratch a message in the sand with your claws, like saying "ooze back there."
Sure, I'll do that.
How
Try to be as
long does the
precise
wild
as possible.
How long does the wild shape last? I don't remember.
I believe it's half my druid level rounded down, so it'd be 6 hours.
Oh my god. Yeah, all right. So you go to like what, carve ooze into the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, make a performance roll.
Oh god. Actually, I get the cave bear stats for that. Doesn't matter. Charisma's -2. So 8.
Well, I guess sorry, technically sleight of hand would be acceptable too if you want to roll that and see if it's higher.
Sure. 16.
Yeah, see, sleight of paw. There you go.
Sleight
So-
of paw.
You do the big OOZ.
Ooze.
All right. Well, I mean that's enough for us to figure that one out.
Cool. Alright, well. That's
And-
my crossed
and-
off. Now we're
And hey, and what is it? Ray can read now, so Ray actually understands the message.
Oh, all right. So I guess, I mean, the ooze would definitely be the reason why we have bones scattered about. So, following the river seems like the better bet now.
All right. Well, you guys continue to follow the river, and there is, like I said, one of those passageways that takes you. One of those passageways, kind of like the one that got you here.
Okay.
All right. You go through it.
Yes.
Okay.
Might as well.
So you actually find that this one is very short. It's only about 20 feet long and opens up into a very nicely well-laid brick chamber. And you can see there's a huge hallway going to the south from it. And this looks like it is a place like a cistern or something where they would come to get water for the castle.
Interesting. So we've kind of gone back into civilization.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Need portals.
Is there anything that comes from the room? I mean, is there any
The-
other passages or anything?
There's the big passage that goes to the south, and you can see there's one to the west, not too far down.
Okay.
So, like, there's a large passage that keeps going south and a small one that goes off to the west.
Let's. Oosh. Oh, man. What do you guys think? Large or small?
Start with large. Why not?
All right, we'll take the large passageway south.
Okay, you follow the large passageway south, you go past the small one, and it curves around, and you find yourself walking west. And when you get to the end of this passage, you look into a large room and realize, oh crap, there's the stairs straight across from us. This is where we started.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right. 1 second. So this is where we started. Okay, so we're in the passageway between the bugbear
two
room
doors.
and the hill giant room.
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Interesting.
Yeah, you made a good circle all the way around.
Fantastic. Okay.
Great.
All right. Well, we got one of two choices, guys. We can either take the passageway that comes out of this room that goes north, or we can go back down the big passageway and try again.
Yeah, we could try again. Try the small one first, and then try and move on.
So you're talking about going back to the cistern room and going west?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll turn around, go back to the cistern room, and then we'll take the small passage west.
Awesome. So you go to the west and you enter what is a chamber filled with all sorts of tools for digging. Shovels, pickaxes, hammer, drills, chisels, baskets, all those things. Some are sized for giants, some are sized for orcs, but there is just a ton of them. And in kind of looking around, you see piled up in the north side, there is a passageway that goes north with a whole bunch of crap piled in front of it.
Okay. Define crap. Is it like earth? Is it just
No, what I
tools?
just described. The tools.
Oh,
A bunch
okay.
of tools.
All right. Well, let's. Dane's gonna kind of push those tools out of the way and see if we can't just go north.
You can. You find that it goes north, and as you go north, the passageway kind of turns to the northeast, and the nicely laid brick gives way to more of a natural stone formation, and you find that you are descending ever so slightly at first, and then a little more and a little more until you realize that you're going steeply downward until you get to a point where you actually almost just leave the underground entirely and find yourself in basically open light, the middle of a cold and windy desert.
I think we just found Carcery.
Woo! We're so smart.
Yeah. Now you guys walk out of this opening, and this is where we roll credits and we pick up next time.
Perfect. I'm still a cave bear.
All right. Fantastic. That was actually a lot of fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
We we just we avoided all the action, but that was kind of fun in and of itself too.
Yeah, you really did avoid the action. I had so many opportunities. There was like little things that one of the doors you opened and then closed. If you would have gone in, there was like 3 different rooms of bugbears. One of them that had a bugbear captain in it. Um, there was all sorts of cool stuff.
We missed it all.
I don't know. Anymore, it just seems like whenever we are in, whenever we get in some kind of a fight, we're just taking so much damage. It just seems like it's starting to be a better idea for us to just kind of avoid conflict as much as we possibly can, because it seems like anything that hits us ends up doing like 30 or 50 points of damage. So,
Well, I have tried to level the creatures up as you guys have leveled up to make it somewhat fair.
well, yes, no, I realize that. But when you're talking a long campaign, like going through these different planes that we are, you kind of have to be aware of that, because the places that you can actually safely rest and heal kind of are, few and far between. At least that last plane that we were on, where it seemed like everything was either toxic or was going to cut you. So,
Yeah. Well, thankfully, someone did a really nice write up about it and explained, all the different details and all of it. There are some people that have spent way too many hours of their lives detailing these fantasy worlds.
yeah. Yeah.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
Didn't quite work out that way.